Good evening guys, it's a 5:28 p.m. Today is Tuesday, my final day for the countdown, right? Last day for this running note, right? And I wanted to see price doing something, and today it did. We had a trend up day, right? So at least that's a first. Again, the ball is in buyer's court now. Okay, so this one, yes, overall balance, as you know, right? For today, Globex high 4406 is important. Above, reactionary buyers may become active. At same times, below, sellers could be active, right? Below this area, more sellers will be active. I prefer to stick with shorts below 0611, right? In general, that's the idea. Gap down open below 75 is the first sign if that happens, but that did not happen, right? Price instead gap up, right, above this area. But overall it kept down open, and then how it opened and what we see of the open, that will decide what we need to do next. Above 4413 or gap above 06, buyers could be fake or could be real buyers. Will have to maintain it above, but in that case it has to just maintain it above to prove it. Real buyers may come only after the price goes above 4460, right? So today price did go to 4460, right? So it happened towards the end of the day, right? So now we need to see tomorrow, can price goes above this area and stay above it. Once it goes above it tomorrow, let's say, it has to stay above it. Okay, now this is the very good statement. Look at this, watch 85-87 as well off the open, see that? And if you look at it, today's, look at the beauty, 85, 87, 85, look at the low, 87 of the open, see that? And I wrote the note at 7 o'clock, right, when I published it. So, but you can see it, this thing, right? Watch of the open, 85, 87, right? So NQ, now let's talk about NQ, right? So NQ tried to favor sellers below this area, right? And price pretty much tagged today this area. And then we had a sell-off also came from this area due to Netflix earning, right? So point is not Netflix earning, the point is this area responded again, right? But that doesn't mean now sellers are in control. Sellers are in general control, but from today's up day, buyers have a control and they just need to do follow through tomorrow. Okay, now NQ, if it breaks below yesterday's low, Globex low, it will go here, right? But if it breaks out above certain levels, then we have to favor buyers. Those levels are not here because those levels were discussed in the pre-market voice in Discord, right, which was 930, this area 930, 940 and 876, so these two dotted lines are our dream numbers. They are very powerful. So if price goes above it, the idea is buyers are in control in general. Price is below, then sellers are in control depending on which level is below powerful. In this case today it's 76 and this both levels were powerful. Below sellers, above buyers. The moment price took out this mini balance of the open, this was the long right there. Same thing in ES also. We discussed about the importance of 93 and 87 of the open in Discord pre-market voice. If price goes above it, we have to consider buyers could be active, and then we are open for longs. Below, we are open for shorts, right? So here I'll explain in few minutes, how we view it. Russell 2003, 1980, these two will decide. Today we had a break above 2003, so most likely target would be this, and you can see it, Russell reached this area, right? Dow, it's all about 450, and we had a move, launched from not 450 but little bit below, around 350 or so, right? Or I would say 450 if you look at higher time frame. So now Dow has made initial move today, right? All we need to see is follow through tomorrow. Crude and gold, I did not check today, and if equities are going higher, most likely gold could have been tanked, right? So gold up to 66, when I saw it in the pre-market, it was around 71 or somewhere around here, right? But below 71 do not trade, but wait for a price to go back above 96 in order to trade it. Otherwise don't trade it, no longs or no shorts. Crude, I did not check it really today, so I don't know what's going on with the crude, but you can check, right? These are my powerful dream numbers, right? And then let's go here. So in Discord we discuss about the importance of these two levels and this line, right? And ES, this 93 and this 87, below sellers, above buyers idea, to begin with. ES is confirming or becoming active, break above this area, more buyers. NQ, above this, buyers are becoming active, break above this, more buyers. That means no shorts, right? If internals are rising higher, right? We discuss all this thing in pre-market voice, that we need to check the internals, and right off the open we need to see whether internals are bearish disconnect, bullish disconnect, all these things. Ideally I want to see the bearish disconnect or internal trending down for the sellers below this area, but instead when price open, first thing I notice, immediately I said in Discord, bullish disconnect, first bad point for sellers and first positive point for buyers. See, that's the first clue we got it. Second thing is it opened around 85, 87, right? And then we were observing it. ES was good to go because the moment ES opened, price just started going higher along with this internals. So ES was pointing to the buy side. However, NQ was the troublemaker, right? Because of this VWAP based players and all this damn guard thing, because below these levels. So NQ being NQ, it did chop around, right? At one point I thought it will break down and it will drag ES down, which it did here. See that? It poked above this area, 93 and 87 both, and immediately came down. At this point I was thinking, man, the bullish disconnect may fail, because NQ got a response from this 30, 40 or VWAP, right? Or VWAP I would say, and then it came down, tried to take out this low and it wanted to go down, right? But then still it has to go below this Globex low and yesterday's low in order to confirm it, right? So there is no action here, there is no shorts, there is no long, right? And here same thing, but we were just observing it. When the price came down in ES, at here look at the AD, see price was almost similar to morning low, this low, right? But look at this, AD was higher up, correct? And price gap down and it was almost how many points, 13 points below yesterday's close, and AD was positive, right? So it's a strong bullish disconnect. With this low it didn't make a new low, see that? Even NQ, when NQ came down here, right, I thought it will break down, but if you look at here, there was a slight divergence in the AD also, right? So they were all pointing to the buyers, but we can't buy it in NQ until it does something, goes above these levels, right? ES same thing. So there is no long here, but you can take a long. However, momentum was holding above zero line, right? But it comes with the risk. If bullish disconnect fails, price will just tank down, and midterm bias was neutral bearish. So we do not want to be in hurry to take longs. Let price confirm it and then take a long, right? So sellers had a chance here along with NQ, and it failed because immediately popped back up above 877, right? At that point I had a feeling that now it wants to reverse, because the way it went higher like this, right? ADs also started going higher, here also going higher, and it just went past both of these levels. See, that's the confirmation. Now buyers want to take it higher, and then when it pop up here, came back down here at 44, this was your long right here. See, right here in this bar. Same thing with NQ, because NQ had this mini balance, right? And then it broke out and then pull back to this VWAP, you go long right there, So that was the NQ's long. And then here you can take profit, and ES 20 area here you can take profit if you're long from here, right? Or if you're initiating a new trade, you can go long right here, right? It comes with a little bit risk because of this 20. It may come down, right, and maybe come down here and then bounce back up, or it may come down here and bounce back up. See how you manage this trade, because this is aggressive, right? You're taking a breakout, but this breakout is you're taking it based on this open drive move, rising internals, and today idea was one way or other way it will either break out above yesterday's range or break below yesterday's range, right? So after it breaks out, it's hard to get a failure here, so failed breakout chances are less because of the way NQ went higher, ES went higher, bullish disconnect, rising internal, momentum holding above zero. There is not a single thing that was pointing to the failed breakout thing, So based on that you can go long here, but your stop has to be below this, somewhere around here. So that was another trade, right? And then you just hold on to your trade until 4445 or this level 45. That was the key level, or you can bail out here, up to you. Exit is always up to you, right? And then NQ also same thing, NQ. So at this point, after once price started shooting higher, you have to wait for a pullback. See, you can't go long, right? Let's say here, or here blindly. You have to wait for a proper pullback. Patience is the key. That is what I said in Discord, right? So NQ also, see, you can take this level pullback, mini level pullback. See here, you can go long here, and then went higher. You can go long here, but this is like very aggressive longs. So you want to avoid those longs. Once it moved, it moved. You have to wait for a pullback, the good pullback. Like a scary pullback. That is what I said in Discord, right? Look for a scary pullback. When you get scared, that's the time to enter, go long. Wait for that kind of pullback. That pullback happened right here, around this level, either here, right? See here, it looks like it's a breaking down of this balance, right? It's scary. You go long, right? Then here, it looks like again it's breaking down. Scary. You go long. See that? Again here, you go long. This was the first hour high also, right? NQ 1241, around this time in Discord I said it's a scary pullback, right here. And see, it did what, right? Then there was another pullback. You can go long also here, right? Then you can see the price is just hesitating to go above this 70, right? Multiple attempts. So you bail out, and then wait. If it breakout happen, then you go long right here, right? Because now you have enough evidence that buyers are holding it. And then finally this breakdown happened, right, at 212. That is what I said in Discord. I typed this statement, failed breakdown possibility, right here, around 212 or so. See here, at this point I said failed breakdown possibility when price was here, right? Then what did price did? It just balanced it here for 5-10 minutes and then boom, failed breakdown. See that? So this was a good long opportunity. It's a scary, right? Because it looks like it broke down here of this entire balance and now it wants to tank, right? So there were two options here, either failed breakdown or price will go straight down to this yellow lines. These yellow lines I drew it intraday, so I'm going to remove it. This was not part of pre-market levels. So levels were like this. So I drew it in real time, these two lines, right? So I gave them two options. Either it's going to pull back to 77, 66, or it's going to do failed breakdown right here, And now this time, it was the first time when NQ was testing its first hour high here. See that? This is the first hour high. Here also, ES already tested first hour high earlier, but this time it was doing it together with NQ. So both are in sync right here at this point. And also my Discord statement, right? Failed breakdown possibility, that was your long right there. Scary looking, super scary. And then you can see it. The target was 210, 244, 344, 350. Those are the targets I gave, right? ES I gave a target for 60s or 82, so and so, right? And then you can see it here. What happened at the end? Now you draw a line here at 77. See my dotted line earlier? You can see it. Price eventually reached that level. See my point? So it was a pending business for sellers to finish it. During RTH, they couldn't do it because buyers were so strong because of this trend up day. Later in the day after closing, right here, after the closing, they always do that, reach their target, So they reached their target. And it happened from this 250 resistance, which makes sense, right? And Netflix earning. So but eventually it did come here, see that? And now it has to hold above this area in the overnight and then go higher. You do not want to see price going down again, at least not for today overnight. And And so those are the trades, it's all about patience and waiting, so even though let's say you couldn't get this move, right, if you are patient enough, then you could have captured this move. See, just you have to wait for it. If you try to go long here somewhere randomly, you will get chopped up. But if you patiently wait for the right opportunity in a right environment, contextually, you will make money. So, and that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.